Hello, everyone. I'm Brainerd Carey, Director of Praxis Center for Aesthetics. Today's live talk is on motivation. And if any of you want to be part of the membership, there's links to this below. But today I just want to talk a little bit about motivation, right? There's days when all artists feel like they don't feel like working, or wonder why they're working, or question the whole process, or just feeling kind of down about art making. My method and what I would encourage is to go to museums, and not just galleries. You could go to galleries, of course, but museums, look at the art that you love, go and see the artists that you admire, that whose work you've always loved. And it's not the same as looking at it online or seeing videos or images of artists. If you're in need of motivation, I think museums are one of the greatest places to go. I have favorite places in New York, and they're not all contemporary museums. The Morgan Library is one. The Frick Collection is a huge favorite of mine. And there's like Fragonard paintings and Courbet paintings on the walls. Nothing contemporary in there. But there's also MoMA, of course, and there's also the Yale Art Gallery, which is an extraordinary modern collection. So for me, when I go to these places, it's just inspiring. It's when you see the work in front of you, when you can, look and walk around sculptures. It's just thrilling. It's exciting. It's what art is about, right? It's a physical experience. It's a physiological experience. We get kind of a feeling when we're near it. And I move quickly through museums. If I'm not interested in the work, I move on to what I'm interested in. So perhaps this is something that you've all felt. If you're an artist, most likely you've felt this. You walk into a museum, you look around, and by the time you leave there, you're feeling full of ideas and excited about working on making art again. That feeling doesn't happen, of course, if you're in local galleries and the shows aren't very good, or you don't like the work. But I'm talking about masters, or at least contemporary icons of yours, artists that mean the world to you. Go look at their work. Books are a second best motivation for me. If you love the work of Eva Hesse or somebody, and you can't get a work, see their show, work up in a show right now, get a beautiful book. It's worth the investment of a beautiful art book of $50 or $60 of somebody like Eva Hesse or whoever it is that you admire, because it's inspiring. Big coffee table books are very inspiring. They're also, of course, expensive. So museums is what I want to encourage today. And it kind of makes you realize why you're making art, why we're all doing this, why the art world is exciting to begin with. So I hope this is helpful. I'd love to hear if you want to comment on what is your favorite museum. What's the place that you love to go? The last place you were in where you remember feeling inspired, about your art practice. I know for some that might be going for walks, or some kind of experience with nature. That alone is inspiring. That's inspiring to me as well. But specifically for art, it's museums that really get me very excited. And of course, if you're a filmmaker, films, there's plenty of films in museums as well. Whatever your medium is, go find the masters of that, people who you truly admire, and watch them, experience them. And I believe that will bring an enormous amount of inspiration and enthusiasm to your practice, because that's why you're doing it. You're inspired by someone, something that you saw at one time, and even if it's not conscious, that's perhaps what's still pushing you onward. There are some artists that continue to float up to the surface for you. So go see those artists. Go see them in museums if possible, and if not possible, coffee table books. Either in bookstores, you could just go to a beautiful bookstore and flip through the book if you can't afford it, and that can be exciting too. So I hope this was useful today. I'd love to hear any of your comments about what are the favorite museums that you like to go to, or museums that are exciting to you, that get you excited about your practice, or is there another place or space you go to that allows you to get excited again about your practice when you're feeling off track or in a rut. So I wish you all the best with your practice. Um, and I want you to have a wonderful day, wonderful season wherever you are in the world. Thank you for listening today.